attack on towards north side.
All of them up at north side as well. It's Buzz, it's Izu over towards Dish, and they want to go for the fight. Look at this one, everyone's trying to do it.
The Salvos, though, they have punished on towards at least one player until Forsaken trades right back, but low HP, and Izu happily collect. Mobility for Forsaken, but right now that's a quick tell. Smoked off, Forsaken finds the first
Izu.
Clearly, a lot of the defensive utility coming in. Sylvan trying to back himself into safety.
He does get taken out by Devi. It'll be a second one on a Meteor if they're able to try and flush him out on the site, which they do manage to do so successfully. He can start to look for a bit of a plant here, though.
Last player standing.
Down to the off angles as well. It's tough shots. Something trying to trace it across the head, but still it's Buzz.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the thing that we're going to look to for something, right? Like we were talking about for Jing in the early installments of
T1, meanwhile, pushing out of tree.
Timing here right now, tagged one up, finished up. Only Devi was at south side. Sylvan, flash for Meteor. But it is a 2 versus 3.
Okay. And also the door being propped open.
Okay.
Decent trades. Down to just Sylvan, who has already sent over the incendiary, so PRX kind of has an inkling. Petman kind of swiveling around, does get found out, and it's down to the final kill, and Jing biffs it. What?
It feels like Jing found the hard frags in the round, but couldn't get the easy one at the end. The submachine gun of Sylvan getting the...
So much so, definitely gasping for air off of a play like that. Well, PRX, that said, now down with the economy. T1 finding so much confidence to peek out. Remember, this is PRX's map pick, and now they're getting pushed back by Salvos. A flashback against Buzz, though, but he's still able to hold down the line.
And you still got to remember that a team like T1, they can still know how to play this map, right? They can still fashion a good victory, but as I say that, these pistols, I mean, let's just have a scrap.
A good launch pad, if anything. T1 right now, both of them as a duo, marching forward inside of a main. A lot of noise being made known. Off towards Sands as well.
Oh,
wow, Meteor! Once again, looking for the needle, and he finds it threaded through.
That's disgusting.
Oh my god.
Illegal. For those that don't know, Quack is
propped up, and it's Jing trying to launch things with the showstopper. Doesn't really find too much, but just lets it rip straight in towards Spawn. Now hiding inside the smoke, and he gives Stacks a little bit of a kiss until Izu, though, swings back out for the trade. Meteor now trying to play inside the smokes, and he will spot out Devi, where Jing is the only one left. The spike down on the ground. Izu spots out the final player.
That turret is looking the wrong way, but the alarm bot will be the first thing to give info.
Okay, well, Steel Garden goes all the way through as well. Buzz now in with a Phantom. Look at that beautiful movement straight into the side. Overdrive completely denied as well. Now Buzz with his overdrive of his own straight in towards tower, where Petman tries to fend them off, but only good for the first. Meteor once again.
Bit of a scenario where you think the PRX would have found the opening kill, which they still will do in a different location around the map.
Yeah, he's just been... Ooh. Oh, he jumps up and sends in the relay at the right time. Does deter Forsaken straight in towards tower. Now Sylvan holding the off angle. And PRX completely stopped in their tracks.
That's on the back of the Rolling Thunder as well. Now Stacks is in the right location that might not even be expected here with sub 30 seconds to go.
Chance.
No, they're not even thinking about it. There's 1 and 2. This round is done now. Pat.
Same defensive setups. Once again, marking down into Arcade. You spot them out in full. Sylvan able to receive off of the fault line even. Decent shots now coming through. That in view. Petman, though, with the off angle right now. The Rolling Thunder not let rip, so just a call to save on to utility while the rest of the team tries to find as much as possible. Petman then might just be able to find it, but no. PRX, they've got the angles locked down this time, and Forsaken slithers forward to silence Meteor once again.
You can't drop this one though as PRX. 4 versus 2, no ultimates in sight for T1, though you're giving jewels to Sylvan, not like this. A trade, and Buzz now for the 1 versus 2 with an operator.
He's making a lot of noise, so PRX knows exactly where he is, now holding the off angle into the site. You have the spike in view. Surely you're able to find it, and there it is. PRX recovering. And now it's going to be both ults being let rip from both sides. Rolling Thunder, though, a little bit more impactful, but Forsaken doesn't stop. Just into the smokes with the shorty, takes out Stacks, and looks to reposition. Off towards Heaven now. Sylvan getting peppered down. Suppressive fire from the team is good. We got a minute left, and the spike's still not down.
And this is the time as well for PRX. Generally, they would just look to stick around, go for more challenges, get chaotic, but playing on the more passive variety. Forsaken traded. Meanwhile, the rest of the team has started to already book it towards B. There is the Sheer, though, still here. And 8 seconds to be bought from the Incendiary too. So with the rotation from Buzz now also over here, this is now the more stacked site for T1.
I mean, the whole intention of this rotate is to call in with a possibly Rolling Thunder into sight, but now it's getting blocked off somewhat. The op still firing through. Sylvan in great position to find a little bit more. He kind of almost gets propped up by it, but still, PRX finding a couple more trades down to Buzz.
10 seconds, Spike.
Trading
Almost
right back.
irretrievable.
I don't see how Devi is able to make this sprint. He tries though, but the angle's still in position. Salvos soon enough, and Buzz sliding in. Devi caught unaware or caught in the animation itself.
Yeah, there was just no way that he was going to be able to get out of that one, unfortunately, when you've got Buzz and Izu playing available large area of effect ultimates. It's just Jing with the showstopper. But it is an opener.
Yeah, trying to be the catalyst for the team into the positions. He does let it rip. Second blast back out, but sidestepped Sylvan. How was he able to Matrix dodge that ult? Now into the kill from Stax, where he's able to find yet another something through the smoke. Just Buzz off towards the back line, and Devi somewhat finding balance.
Had the right pieces to go back in towards the retake.
Oh, and look at this now. Buzz feeling confident to go in for the overdrive play. Perfectly set up by the team. Look at the flashes! He's online for the ace! Where is Forsaken? He's all the way across the map by north side. Don't let him ace at the very least, maybe. Forsaken, though, does he look for it? Buzz, low HP, but he's still
with this map.
Off on the defense. Smoke's instantly propped up off of the flash from Meteor. And also for the rest of PRX to continue pushing out of a main. But what is this? Checking the corners, and Meteor comes up with a double kill. Forsaken to trade. And if you can hear my voice, it doesn't feel good.
Job might have been done just there by Meteor to find the double, give an advantage to T1, who still do have the spike in possession. So they're going to push that towards the A site. They can plant to their heart's content.
Do you expect Buzz, though? Off with the angles, and he finds the first. Jumps, relay bolts, slides for the second kill, looking for the third, but shut down so far by Petman.
And now they're not going to overheat. T1 in a 1 versus 3. I mean, Izu, I'm looking at your position, mate. You're just watching the rope. You're playing salvos here. Confirmed that the rope play is not the play, and Sylvan's just going to individually win the duel. So pistol round now over to... I mean, T1 in this scenario don't see anything from PRX, right? They see nothing at Dish. They can assume that there might be something happening to the PRX members.
He's got to find at least one kill, but he's getting peppered by so much utility. The drone, the fault line, now trying to hide inside of the smoke, but T1 has a very good idea of where he is. Ooh, slip past though. Shot towards the back of Sylvan's skull. Down for the rest of PRX to arrive somewhere near the site, but the spike still goes down.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go, and now a bit of stuns up around the site as well. Nothing can come through for PRX at the moment, can it?
Cosmetic stun.
Gotta get the plant. Or maybe not, just get the kills.
Yeah, hunting down for Jing, and there he is. Meteor once again crashing down upon...
Yeah, you see a lot of bodies in main. You see a stun go your way. You want to try and get out, or you want to try and get one. And unfortunately, that can't be delivered.
Wow.
Okay, I've cursed him.
We've cracked the egg.
He's on the board, and now it's going to be 10 rounds in a row for PRX.
All right, I'm going to cut you right there. 3 players from T1 on the site. You also have Sylvan trying to reposition towards A main. He has a very good idea of where PRX are. Full contact now off the flashes, but PRX will fully collapse and descend on to T1.
Yeah.
Finding all these rifles.
Well, it's 5 alive for PRX as well. So if you want to start off any chances to get back in towards a map like this in a flawless variety, well, how about starting off with a flawless round?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but with KJ utils down, this could be very worrisome, although I think maybe something has heard this.
Yeah, he's trying to stay online, but he's not frosty enough. Petman, though, good for the trade. Now flashes out, looking for another, but a little bit too greedy. 4v3.
Angel's still available for Jing here.
Yeah, he's got a good chance to really chuck it in at the right spot, isn't he? But
where?
You got Meteor coming up from the back as well. Yeah, not truly certain. The smokes will dissipate, and now for the rest of PRX to hold this down, a full firefight until Meteor ascends from the back. Forsaken, though, trying to launch himself back in, off towards the 1v1 where he knows where Meteor is. Doesn't really have much to work off of, just the spike, but that is where Meteor will... Sylvan and Meteor also all procured, but down to the trade. Stax able to find a couple of shots in until Patman collects up the third.
PRX is going to come away with the use of Defy. Meanwhile, Meteor finds Forsaken.
Yeah, the Prowler snuck over. Still though, so far so good. You've got the anchors on the site doing their thing.
That's all you need in a sort of scenario like this as well, as long as you're staying on top of the trade game. I mean, I usually say you want to try and survive with everything for PRX in a scenario like this, which they may do so, bar Forsaken.
Yeah, whereas to their positions, Stax and Izu looking for a way out, possibly. Peek straight into something, though. Off to the classic pistol duels. There was a little right click.
Yeah, wrong button. But the rest of your team is there to finish up the prey. So
be a little bit of a peek into the shots. Ooh, Forsaken to finish the deal. And with a double shot onto its Stacks as well. Tailwinds away into safety.
This is good from PRX. Dotting I's, crossing T's, as we've been talking about, right?
Okay.
Making sure you destroy that dart, giving an option for something to be able to find some damage, find some kills. Forsaken to finish one off as well. That's a little bit of advice for Forsaken here, but the C's and Defy.
Oh, looking for the shot off to the head. Izu, though, opening things up towards A short, where Meteor continues to prove to be a roadblock against Forsaken as well as Defy. Just a ghost. Can Forsaken really find the frag? Meanwhile, more mayhem on towards the A side. Forsaken finds the frag. And down to Sylvan, who does get blinded up, looks for the classic right clicks. Oh, and Sylvan will be able to stabilize.
He knew where Forsaken was as well a little bit ago, so it's just going to be this 1 versus 1. Plant going down. A haunt for Forsaken available. He will reveal position with it. Oh, and a ping.
Sylvan has to smoke, though. So to work around the corners now, Forsaken. A little bit of
KO
yes.
is generally my favorite agent of his, yep.
Something that he's been playing all throughout his career. Now back into comfort zones. You do have full pop flash. Petman being able to spin around 180. 2 kills until the trade from Izu. Quick launch possibly into the A side, and quick rotations from PRX over at the top of heaven.
Yeah, of course, we did see some changes recently to KO with the normal click. If you bank it off a wall, pops a little bit quicker. But the right hand pulling out the gun always works a treat. Speaking of gun work, it's something to try and find another, but he can't quite do so. 5 HP left for Stacks, and he'll be polished off. So now it's all down to Meteor, who was lurking. So a minute to
continuing to kind of flutter back and forth around the corners. Puts down the turret for extra cover. But
try and just go with body and hit the headshot, which you're not doing, but you're still getting the kill.
And midair, off towards Buzz, who does have the perfect crosshair placement to pick up 2 kills.
Oh,
Jing, though, Rex 2
him.
up himself as well. TPs into safety into a position where maybe unexpected for me.
PRX opting for Forsaken on the fade instead. So Meteor taking this space. Could be cheeky.
Yeah, could definitely play spoiler. He spotted out that smoke as well, but Jing able to sidestep it into the kill.
They know that this is from behind, and now spotted.
Paranoia spots it out, but ooh, something. Unfortunate whiff. Izu able to hold down ground for the meantime. In towards Buzz then, who's playing around the smokes. Decent trade still coming back forth until Stacks lines them up. Low HP though, and Defy able to possibly just run and gun.
See if Meteor's going to hang around after being horn revealed on this one. Baited out by the Prowler. Jing to remove his head.
You are Buzz.
Here's the flank.
He's got to meet every single hostile with full threat. Finds the first and the second as well, but into the smokes, Defy. Buzz, though, he's angry. He's finding yet another. Stings onto another kill, but Izu then traded back off. Buzz trying to scrounge this up. He could just send into a right click, but something in with the phantom shots. 5.56 rounds, just picks the round up, but no time for the defuse. And, well, Father Time will be smiling for T1 from this one.
Oh, Sylvan will still go down with that one at the end. Got a more eco variety in this next round. A couple of guns for sure, but nothing too substantial unless they get advantage and they can steal them.
Well, yeah, certainly trying, but pushing all the way out. Quickly read by T1 until not stability found. They're not quite able to hold down. Further time off of the spike as well. Sends it through. Buzz now making some noise, creating presence where PRX then get distracted. The spike continues to beep away Komodo, and Izu tries to lock down the angle. So far, so good. Jing launches the first kill. Buzz then making noise around the backside of tree door. Jing still finds another shot though, and it's just Sylvan left. The spike beginning to get tapped.
Just falling back towards a bit of defaults for this PRX side. Prowler in towards B main, not spotting anything. Jing tempting fate. Wow. Does it nicely though, doesn't he? Looking for a second. It's absolutely
Outlaw in position now. Crosshair zeroed in. Chooses to take out the drone, the turret instead. Into the pop flash, but still great Nightfall. And that allows for the rest of PRX to begin marching in. Meteor trying to thread the needle once like he's done before. He might be seized up to 1 HP, where then, even though his feet have been planted firmly into the ground, Forsaken removes him outright.
Yeah, strikes him 6 feet under. Nice retake round again for PRX there, and that's why I highlight the Nightfall, right? That's why I highlight the 4 versus have been very strangely potent in Pacific this year.
Buzz is the one wielding it.
Yeah, so let's see if he can do it.
Oh, straight in, close range, but quickly spotted out by Devi.
We return to normal.
Sheer wall as well. Forsaken just happy to lap up every single final target at this point. Ooh,
nearly.
The fragment. Still though, fully aware of where T1 are. Just gotta play around the position safe enough. T1 begin to stream forward. Divine for the first kill. Forsaken for
to try and make it something of a 9-3.
Well, he's beginning with it. Warning shot from the operator. Forsaken with the peek in towards B main. Meteor has been
just catch the belt.
Still scoped in though.
Yeah, you're not getting out of that one as Stacks, unfortunately. Another 5 versus 3 now, Quack.
Able to punch through. A main, it's a little bit clear. The fragment and everything all thrown in just to force them off as well. Something with a mid-air shot. Jing in for the spray, and now, oh, so quick. Well, thankfully Jing does TP down towards Boathouse though to hold. Something close by, might push into stairs. Jing gets taken out, and this might be a chance for T1 to get the spike down. Playing post plant as well.
Blaze are going to come back online for something here. Divide with the Steel Garden too.
In position, but you also do have Meteor kind of lurking back around. PRX might not be aware. Then you have the Hunter Spear being sent through. Meteor springs forward, and it's just Devi left.
1v5.
Might have sent over the ult, but can he really find every single shot? If he pushes through that smoke, he might find certain death. So, trying to play it safe, but he gets suppressed as well. Into position, then Buzz to pick up the burst. A flop takes a bit of damage as well. Jing with a flash through. Ooh, that's lovely. Allows them to find Izu, but oh, Stacks and Buzz, undetected. They spring forward. Forsaken a little bit early now. He finds himself in a precarious position. Can he find a single shot? Quick for the haunts, but gets cut out the animation.
I like this from Patman. A good reposition, but Sylvan
expecting it, what a shot! And now for the next one, he finds every single bit, and he left. Shots being sounded off. T1 then beginning to move on over. Tavai trying to lurk and hold out by top mid. Will be able to clip someone's head in towards the site, though. The hit kind of trails off.
A little bit. Tavai not able to get a second one, but it's a little bit of damage at least.
Yeah, good enough. Then for the site hit to come through, Paranoia sent over. Something looking for a different pathing, knowing that could be, well, Izu kind of tucked in somewhere. Jing then spraying forward with the Bulldog, something to play in towards Spawn. He does find the first one, and then to play Disciplined. Haunt to check out B main as well, but nothing seen. Meteor then slowly creeping forward, in for the shots. Petman finds Meteor.
But it's Sylvan down on 19 HP, courtesy of the damage that Divide dealt before his demise. So this one becomes difficult.
Yeah. In for Petman on the peak as well.
Decisive blow for either which way. It's a great little buyout for PRX, by the way. 3 Vandals, a Bulldog and a Judge. You can definitely work with that.
100%. Endurance, and Meteor still has some left in the tank until that is. Something bleeds, but you do have Sylvan sneaking up with an invisible cloak, though.
Patman's aware. He's aware of
back online. Izu the only one left, and he's right on the other end of that smoke. Jing quickly spots him out.
Do have 3.
It's time for the default hold. Yeah, 3 on the side, but we'll see if they can find close range damage. Something. Oh, quick on the snap. Timmy for the kills as well. Timmy the turret does find 1, but Buzz in with a ghost 2. Then trying to waterfall off, but still with the pop flash in. Oh, come on. It's not quite enough. Stacks tries to line them
so
forward.
Many reveals off Izu's Recon. Just can't finish
not
anyone.
Enough. Yep, you got the Razor Vines up now as well. I think they shot it down, but still in for the firefight. It's just PRX with a firing squad, but now they're low HP. Locate the wall bang. He's trying to triangulate their positions, but PRX tucked down. Oh. Low HP, but Patman still comes out on top.
We think of Meteor, we think of him in this game Valorant. His lurks have always been a treat to witness.
Find heads-up duels to crash down onto the dinosaurs once again. Do they turn back around? Answer so far, nope. PRX.
And he just had to find one. He's got to go back towards the site for his utility potentially, or play to the numbers.
Which means PRX are then kind of just funneled straight into B. Something trying to fly past a lot of it, though. Does hold out towards the top of market, but down towards the exact lane. Something then finding a double kill. Izu Stacks, can they hold it down in Boathouse? So far, so good. Izu with the double kill. Something swaps on, pulls out the Blaze. He finds the right click.
The plant?
2v1. He doesn't quite have the plant, doesn't need it as the 5.
Crow's close. Try and blind up everybody, but with that kill, you got to transition to the A side of things. Something catching some loose bullets of the right click.
As well as the spike getting planted firmly down. Something in for the peek though, takes down Stacks, in for the burst from the rest of PRX. Jing finding 2 huge shots, the J's doing some damage, but for Buzz as well, he's down low HP, so a little bit unfortunate as Forsaken will clean things up. Noise around C once again.
Yeah, we'll see what damage is going to be able to come out for T1.
Jing to hold it, a quick swing, but PRX with the full rifles as well as Stinger from Divine will be able to collect into so many kills, just Izu left.
3 members, too strong.
And Apes continuing together, at least the salvos, the TP over, just bypass the sheer. Sylvan has to play further up front. He's got to contend with Patman, who's been on a tear right now, right off the rip in towards round 3 of map number 3 as well. Meteor, however, now finding a single kill, trying to play off the post-plant positions. Stacks being able to block off a little bit as well. Another trade, but low HP for then Forsaken to come in, and once again, cleaning things up.
Yeah, another installment of the bonus round as I was talking about here, right? So, choo-choo, all aboard the PRX train if you're for them, but for T1, yeah, getting a little bit too ahead of themselves with Buzz a little bit more prominently, potentially.
On position for now. PRX, meanwhile, peeking out, this time with added cover. You got both flashes dumped in, and Izu collapsed upon.
And now you got another player advantage for PRX, right? Where you spot it out and push them back from Mound over towards A. You're expecting them to end at A.
For full recognition, the salvos does kind of flush Jing away though, but with the blast back moment, he makes it away safely. Patman then in for the crouched kill, but Buzz and Stacks both pushing up front as well.
Ooh, that
Forsaken.
You feel like you needed to get that kill there, because Stacks can settle for a little bit with the Rolling Thunder, and something has been spotted, especially with the gun barrel.
Stacks might even hold on to this ult for the upcoming rounds now. Well, Forsaken though, straight in against Buzz. No chance to pull out the util. Forsaken trying to bring things back. Meteor low, well, on for the swing. Divine to watch.
Doesn't matter that that's a 5 versus 4 advantage. Members of the server to the A side.
All 5 on both sides.
If this ain't counterplay, Quack.
Flash going over. Patman will be able to collect on the first. Blindside out from Buzz, but they have to back off.
And that's Sylvan down, right? So if you want to play with any smoke variety now, it's going to have to be on the back of Izu.
He wants this so bad. He has a Rolling Thunder, but wasn't quite sure. And something just takes full advantage of that situation.
Yeah, this is a bit of a shutdown around the A side, isn't it?
He's back into safety as well off the drone. Buzz trying to play spoiler backing around. But you have PRX just flushing out both sides.
And baited by the Prowler as well, not expecting a little bit of an off angle on the B site too. So on the back of T1's now timeout, they are looking like not being able to convert, as it's just...
Oh, he spotted him.
No, he didn't. It's all right. He's unknown at the moment, but the Hunter's on.
Yeah, apparently know that. Footsteps noted. Meteor back in for the snap, but, you know, that's how the story goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. To the A site.
Just noting as well there with the gate crash that comes out from Buzz, he did get blinded either by self or by teammate.
Maybe self, but nonetheless, the spams through from stairs. Forsaken collects onto the first, racks up the second, maybe onto the third as well. Jing now coming in with additional assistance. Ooh, around the edges of the smoke. Forsaken snaps back into it as well.
Solidified. Immediately though, PRX want to regain some of this control, forcing out the dimensional drift. Forsaken going to be removed as well by Stacks at Rubble. So now 5 versus 3. It would be brilliant if they could get more, but Patman to bring one back. Then trade it.
And also for something to do, he's got a flash, he's got Razor Vines to work off of. You've got Meteor though, trying to play around for the headshot angle, spots him out, whiffing the first shot. Defy, able to capitalize.
They're not playing agents that have any damage. It's a blindside for Buzz and a paranoia for Sylvan.
Smoke's coming back in 2 seconds as well. The spike is planted for tree. Razor Vines though, baits out the flash. He's looking for the tap into it, but Sylvan able to...
And though this time change up Vice utility towards the A site. Gonna hold them at bay, but meanwhile it's a double trajectory lineup for T1. They want B, they also want A, but B is better.
Yeah, that's where Jing will find his mark. Knows that there's another player nearby as well. Silences him off to the next 3 who are still not too towards the A site just yet.
If they can get this pit down as Izu, they might be able to hold this one off cleanly.
Rolling Thunder possibly by time. Stacks just trying to get the spike down first. And you do have something sneaking in on towards drop. He takes down Stacks.
And they know that he was in there as well. The timing
up, the Boombot might be able to spot even further. Jing then in for the sprays. He catches Buzz, just Izu left. He might have to cover, but can he really keep himself alive? Petman alongside another player from the back. Izu stuck between a rock and a hard place. Tries to maneuver back in, on and around. He hears the hops behind. It buys the distraction on over. Poison Cloud's into safety. Off to the wayside, but it's something with the shorty to cut him down at the torso.
nicely done from PRX on that retake. 3 versus 3. He snuck in towards the A site, very much and so, but you're in the open using that as Meteor. You're not expecting Divide to just dance around the site. He's good for some damage, and now it's all Stacks.
It's not too bad. He has a weapon picked up. He's gotten the spike planted, and that was the main thing that they were looking for. So even if he doesn't find any kills, something, well, good on the cleanup.
Yeah.
But for T1 to get
lines, so you'd almost think that they need to get another opener, and they just can't. Jing, very successful with the paint shells yet again, and Izu will fall too.
And it's the spams that do it all. That's the darndest thing.
And now if you want to go to the C site, well, the Vice Util's there.
Flash over, maybe you TP into safety, but still Stack's not calling full in just yet. The trade's coming over though, thankfully with a salvo, so T1 finding some form of stability, but you still have PRX hovering nearby.
Stacks and Meteor, early ults. It'll buy them enough time though to actually talk in how they want to play this post plan.
Will it be enough? Meteor kicks things off with a singular kill. Jing then with a showstopper around the back. They have to react to this really quickly. Rolling Thunder to buy some space, and it does allow them to stay alive, but Meteor not able to come up with the goods. Paint shells to flash Stacks into a certain position where he's able to hold it down with the off angles, but Padman brings out the shorty. He dives into a victory for PRX.
Right guard at the right time for Batman there to be able to... They just can't hold them off.
Exactly, and again, it comes down to these situations. It just feels like utter pandemonium all across the map. Nearby.
Yeah, and he does have the dimensional drift, but he was snuck in towards the sides, just not able to find Izu.
Almost a 90-degree flick, but yes, Izu, stability for the side of T1, and then for the flashes as well, but Divide just dives right in. Another kill coming through, and Sylvan tries to bring things back into T1's favor. Just Jing left, and he gets spotted out by Stacks, climbed onto the top of the ropes.
Way for the team.
Oh, every single ult at the same time. T1 just completely in disarray. They're calling it Mayday. Where do we go? Meanwhile, PRX says there's no return, pushing up front. Every single kill going through to them, and it's just Izu up by Mound. He's getting dinked up. He's low HP. The spike gets defused, and Patman delivers on the final.
So Izu doesn't have to worry about the wall now. He just needs to watch the angles on the site with Buzz.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. Quick on the wide swing, takes out Divide, takes out another player. It's something gone. Forsaken, though, able to bring things back into normalcy.
Plant going down, Meteor eventually salvos back online. Fault line for Stacks as well, but the push up from Jing finding more damage.
Insane wallbangs as well, down to the tags. Patman
going towards, well, the other side in A. Slow and steady, PRX.
Gotta play careful. They will eliminate the first threat in the form of Meteor. Izu as well as Buzz, Stacks as well, still hovering around near ways. You have the paranoia just to block things off. Buzz has to TP out.
And Stacks has no idea. No idea that Jing's already got up there. Over them. I mean, yeah, so. Defense also, yeah, so. So I don't know.
Really?
Make work of that one.
Together, but it's just going to be something quickly sending them to their doom. Another kill as Forsaken opens up the C side. This might be it, Komodo. Oh, it's Jing diving straight in to kill. Look at the positions they're holding as well. He hears them coming out from the back. He turns back all around. They're going in for the knives. The thigh cuts him at his throat. And PRX